Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Farrakhan Muhammad, the one God to whom all praise is due, the Lord of the world. We thank Almighty God, Allah, for blessing the black man and the black woman of America with a divine leader, a divine teacher, and a divine guide in the personage of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. To you, my beloved brothers and sisters, we are thankful and honored for your presence with us this afternoon. It is a very, very hot afternoon. Nevertheless, wisdom is like cool water. If you have your heart open to receive it, you will not mind the heat. I am not the speaker this afternoon. You can see me all the time here at Muhammad's temple. Divine life. As a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I am proud of this brother, because it takes a man to make that kind of move. It takes a man to throw the world down and say, I'll cast my lot with Muhammad to save the lives of black people. This is the kind of man. This is the kind of man you came out here this afternoon to see and hear. So without any further delay, I would like to introduce you to a star that has been born. A minister of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. A disciple of the true Jesus. Minister Joe Tex, as I greet you. Salam alaikum. Brother minister. Take your time. Don't worry about the heat. Usually I take time to hang you up. No, we can do better than that. Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, the beneficent of the most merciful Savior, who came in the person of Master Farrakhan Muhammad, to whom praises are due forever. We forever thank Allah for giving us his divine leader and teacher and guide, the person of the most honorable and humble Elijah Muhammad. I greet my black sisters and brothers with the greeting of peace and paradise of Assalamu alaikum. I would like to have another nice round of applause for a brother who I fell in love with some time ago because of a personal thing that he did for me. He came into my personal life and did me a personal favor. So he is a personal friend of mine. He is a personal brother. He's a brother that loves his brother. And he did a personal favor for me, and I won't go into it, but he knows what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, give another nice round of applause for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's national representative, Minister Louis Farrakhan. I'll tell you about it. When I chose to follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, my wife gave me an alternative. Like Brother Minister was saying, she was saying, you crazy. Everything Muhammad teaches you that you can get, you already got it. What has Muhammad got for you? I told her to get me some more of what you think I got. She said, all right, you either go with the Muslims, leave me alone, or stay with me and let the Muslims alone. That woman got his nerves, right? Yes, sir. So I said, you don't have a God for me. I love you. You are the mother of my son. I've enjoyed you. I've enjoyed being with you, but I got to leave you. And while we were trying to make up in our minds what we were going to do, we were in New York. And this brother, I came into New York and I called him. He took a day off from Muhammad's business, whether he was taking care of Muhammad's business, trying to get my thing together. But he took time off from his office and picked us up from the hotel in his car. Didn't have a chauffeur. He drove us. The messenger's national representative, a brother. This is a brother here. This is your brother. He loves his people. Not because I was Joe Tex. He would have done it for anybody. He picked us up in his car, drove us around the city of New York, to his house, to his home. His wife fixed a beautiful dinner for us. And he said to me, I asked him if he would talk to her, because I wanted my family to come to Muhammad with me. He said, brother, if I can't get her, you do like she asked you to do. You leave her. She told you to leave her and go to them Muslims. If I can't get her tonight, that's just what you do. Because I'm coming directly from Muhammad with what I'm going to say. I'm coming from Muhammad. I'm going to speak what the Lamb would say if he was here. So we sat and had us a beautiful dinner. And I heard this brother teach to her harder that night in his living room than I've heard him on any roster. He went to the origin of man, broke it down. She questioned him for 2.5, almost 3 hours. And this brother talked until sweat was dropping from his brow. Any fool, after he got through saying what he had to say, should have run to Muhammad. Should have run all the way to Chicago. When it was all over and he took us back to the hotel, I said, how'd you like it? She said, yeah, it's all right. Still ain't got nothing for me. You go on to them Muslims. You got it, brother. I said, yes, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum. So I want to thank this brother. He's a beautiful black brother. I love this brother. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told me about 3, almost 4 weeks ago, he said, brother, would you consider giving up your song and dance routine to become a minister for me, to go around the same places you've had your black people singing and dancing and cutting the food, as he said? That's the word he used. Singing, dancing, and cutting the food. Would you consider stepping off the bandstand on the roster? I said, yes, sir. Without any forethought. Without any hesitation. And the question that's most asked of me is, why did you give up show business? Why did you give up your career? First of all, I want to tell you it was not my career. My career is with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Singing and dancing was an occupation, a job that I was tired of. Been tired of it a long time ago. But I wasn't going back to Texas and pick cotton for that white man that had kicked me and slapped me and called me nigger and told me not to put no dirt in his lily white cotton. So I continued to sing and dance where I could get a little bit of respect. I wanted to be respected. I didn't want to be a nigger. So I continued to sing and dance. All praises are due to Allah for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He saw something in me. And I found out, and I hope this will clear up your question, that you'll never ask me ever again in your life. And you'll go back and tell my other black sisters and brothers. I had no choice in my giving up show business. I had nothing to do with it. Because if it were left up to me, I'd be around there to follow now. But I'm fulfilling a 36-year-old prophecy. And I hope when I break this down to you, you will understand. And never again ask me the question of why I gave up being a song and dance man. My mother told me when I was about 16 or 17 years old, when I decided to get me a little band together in Texas and sing the blues, she said, we all thought that you were going to preach. I said, why did you think that? She said, because when you were a little baby, about 3 or 4 months old, a preacher came through our hometown in Navasota, Texas. and asked me for a glass of water. And he asked me if he could hold you. And I didn't want to let a strange man hold my baby. You were very precious to me, my firstborn, and I loved you. And I wasn't about to give you over to a total stranger. But it was the way man was looking at me in my eyes, I found myself submitting you over to this man.
Yes, come on.
She said he held you, and he gave you back to me and told me, said, sister, take good care of this baby. So this baby is going to be famous one day. The world is going to hear about your baby, and then he's going to preach. My mother said, she asked this preacher, said, how do you know? He said, well, I can tell by the mark in his forehead. She said, my baby ain't got no mark. What you mean talking about my baby? Ain't nothing wrong with my baby. He said, I don't mean like that, sister. I don't mean to make mockery of your child. Your child is in perfect condition. What I mean is that I see something in him that you can't see.
Yes. Yes. Come on, brother.
He drank the water, and he left. He said, do the best you can by him. Don't go through no special preparation. Said, he'll be all right. And he left. She hadn't seen that man since. I'd always felt that I'd been divinely guided. I'd always felt that something was protecting me because I've been in nightclubs singing. People have gotten to fighting and shooting in the club, and bullets have come so close to my face, I felt the heat.
Come on, brother.
I was in a car wreck with Percy Mayfield in 1956, coming out of Vermilion, Ohio, about 3 o'clock in the morning. The car turned over 5 times. Everybody in the car was hurt but me. I was on an airplane in Dallas, Texas a year ago. We took off from Love Field. The plane got in the air about 10 minutes from the airport. The right engine went out. The man landed, told us he was going back to fix the plane, that the right engine was out, but for nobody not to panic because the left engine was still working. They landed back at Love Field, thought they had fixed it, took off again. 15 or 20 minutes from the airport, the left engine went out. We went back to Love Field. At that time, we changed planes, got another Delta flight, and went on to Memphis, Tennessee. I was coming in the mountains of Tennessee in 1961 on my way to Nashville. I had gone to sleep at the wheel about 7:30 in the morning. Going to sleep at the wheel with nobody in the car but me. I had fallen asleep. Went out on my lane going down a snake curve downgrade. The car followed the snake curve. Don't ask me how. I was asleep. And I could hear a horn blowing way off. It sounded like it was way off, but I dozed off. And something, now I know what it was, woke me up. Just in time, I had gotten out of my lane, head on, headed directly into a car, head on. And when I opened my eyes, I didn't have time to think about what to do. Over to my left was an embankment that went way down there. The car was so close to me that when I opened my eyes, I just snatched the wheel. As soon as I snatched the wheel, the other car just zipped by me. Head-on collision. Well, 3 months ago, I found out why.
Yes, sir.
That preacher that held me when I was about 3 or 4 months old was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
I sat and told him about the preaching. When I finished, he laughed. He said, brother, I've been waiting on you. I said, sir? He said, I've been waiting on you. He said, 5 years ago, I asked Allah to give me an entertainer who would step out of his profession and come and help me to save my black sisters and brothers from being filled with music now. He said, but you go out there to my people on these 52 days speaking to it from coast to coast, and you go on the roster, and you say to them, I got you. And you get them, brother, and you bring them to Lily Light. Bring my brothers and sisters to me to help me to keep them from being filled from the fire that's to fall on America shortly. So I hope you understand. Don't feel sorry for me. Don't pity me. Don't say I'm crazy. Or you can call me crazy if you want. Yeah, I'm crazy. I agree with you. I am crazy. I'm crazy about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Come on, brother.
When the Honorable Elijah Muhammad asked me to help him, and I accepted, I said, why not help the man? Here I've enjoyed the sunshine for 36 years, and Allah hasn't sent me a sunshine bill. He hasn't sent me a heat bill. Here's rain so I could use water to bathe and keep fresh. Drink water to sustain my life for 36 years. And he hasn't sent me a water bill. Here I've breathed the oxygen, the air. Allah controls that air out there. Do you understand? Because you understand he can cut it off around you, sister, and the sister next to you can still breathe. He can cut it off on you, brother, and the brother next to you can breathe. But he hasn't sent me an oxygen bill. And I said, if Allah would present me with these bills today, I couldn't pay. You can't pay. You can't pay. You can't pay Allah. You can't pay Allah. If the man said, I'm going to cut this hair off. Pay up. I'm going to cut my hair off for you so you can't breathe. You can't pay the man. Can you? Isn't that air precious to you? Make that sunlight so hot out there it'll scorch you. Give you a sunstroke. Make that air blow so, that wind blow so hard and so fast out there, blow you away. Or choke you. You better come down off your proud attitude and your chest stuck up. You better submit to Allah. That's what you better do. Hurry up and submit. Hurry up. Don't be thinking about it. Don't go home and say, I got to contemplate on it. With your educated self, I got to contemplate. While you contemplate, Allah will evacuate. So black man and black woman, aren't you tired of being friendless? Brother Minister was teaching on it a few minutes ago, depending on America. Mr. Muhammad told me, he said, brother, and he's a beautiful man. I wish that all of you could meet the man. He's a beautiful man. He was sitting at the dinner table and he took 3 glasses and made a beautiful parable. He said, brother, you're not giving up anything. He said, I know the devil got some fast money. He said, but Allah's money is faster. He said, because what you got to realize, and he took 3 glasses. He said, this is the devil in the middle. This is Allah over here, and this is you. This is why the so-called Negro in America doesn't have anything today, because we've been dealing with the middleman. The devil been waiting for Allah to bless him. Then the devil bless you. Allah been blessing the devil for 6,000 years. Do you understand? He been waiting on Allah. Tune in on your television. I had him begging this morning. Somebody, if the heat let up. So that tell you that he ain't in control of it. Because if he was, he wasn't so if it can light it up, he just go turn his own button and light it up. His mama said, you've been dealing with the middleman. So-called Negro been dealing with the middleman. He wait till Allah bless him, and he chop it up and hit everybody but you and throw you the peanut hub. He don't even leave the peanut in it. He'll throw you the hub. So he said, brother, eliminate the middleman. Come on over to Allah and get the whole pie. Don't wait until he bless the devil and the devil bless you. Because he ain't going to bless the devil no more. From here on out, the devil going to catch hell from Allah for doing you and I the way that he done us. The devil going to catch hell, and he know it. And you feeding it. He said, brother, tell them with their proud selves, with their money in their pocket, that Elijah got the new money. He said, brother, would you like to see the new money? I said, yes, sir. He said, brother, look in that drawer and show this brother the new money. Yeah, the new money. You sitting back on your dollar bills, man. That ain't going to last but a minute or 2 more. Then Elijah Muhammad showed me the new money. Solid gold coin. He said they coming to little Elijah, brother, with the 3rd grade education from Sandersville, Georgia, that they hate, that they despise. You better let this man alone. That's what you better do. You want to despise somebody, despise me. You want to hate somebody, hate me. You want to take somebody's life, take my life. You want to spit on somebody, come spit on me. You let Elijah alone. So he said, when you're on welfare, boss put you on welfare, farewell. I've worked you for 417 years, raped your woman anytime I got ready, beat your head when I got ready, castrated you. Now, farewell. I'm going to give you these few little pennies until my time is out. You understand? Now, farewell. Got your sister down on welfare. Muhammad told me to tell you, you stay with them sisters, man. If you just can't live in peace and harmony with each other, at least if you have to break up, take care of your children, man. Take them some food and some money. Buy them some clothes. Don't leave that woman standing down at the welfare office, down there with that white man. Yeah, come on in. Mother of civilization. Standing down there in the welfare line. Come on, I want to know how you go back getting on welfare. That's the mother of civilization, man. The queen of the planet Earth. I want to, how I go out and fill out this form. It ain't funny, man. No, sir. That's right. Nothing's funny about it. That's right. Give me your name and your address down there. I'm Lucy May. Lucy May Tablet. Where you live? How many children you got? I have 5. They all got the same daddy? They all got the same daddy? No, sir. How many belong to the same man? Oh. Who is the other one for? Who is the other one for? Do I have to tell it? Yeah. If you want this money, if you want these few little pennies, you gotta tell it. Yeah, man, that's the mother of civilization. That's your wife. That's your black children, man. Standing down there in the well. Standing down in the welfare line, man, you done run off and left your own flesh and blood, man. Who is that other baby for? I don't want to get nobody in trouble. If you want these few little pennies, what that nigga's name? Brother Minister teach on that not long ago. America reminds me of a carnival. You stand out there with your 15 cents trying to figure out what ride you're going to get on. As soon as you make up your mind you want to get on Muhammad's ride, huh? Here's the barker, here's the ball. Tap right over here, I got a white woman with the roof on her belly, crawl on her belly like a reptile. Got you excited. Soon as you look around these other black organizations, you can't find nothing. All the leaders done run off and left you. Them that ain't dead, the ones that's not in jail. You say, well, Muhammad must be, I like, you understand the way them sisters look, the way they're dressed. I like the way the brothers, Muhammad takes the brothers and clean them up. Because I know old so-and-so was on dope, man. Look at him now. Soon as you make up in your mind, you want to come to Muhammad and get on his merry-go-round. Boss over here, tap that over here. I'm gonna give a nigga $1 million to shoot a basketball in the goal.
That's right.
You get excited.
Yes.
I'm gonna give a nigga his own television show. Up that, come on away from Muhammad. Step over here. You go look. Attracting your attention. Attracting your attention. You know, like Muhammad told me to tell you, stop getting excited about what them white folks is doing. You get excited about what Muhammad is doing. How much you do? Well, what is Muhammad doing? You see. You live blind, but you can see out of one eye. You see what Muhammad is doing. You don't see nobody else taking these sisters off the street and clean them up. You don't see nobody taking a needle out of a dope addict's arm and not man sit in Chicago and take a needle out of a dope addict's arm in California. He sit in Chicago and take a prostitute off 7th Avenue in New York. Who else is doing it? You got people living right here in New York, working with people every day, and can't take the needle out. Can't take the sister off the street. Can't take make her pull her dress down. Living right here among them. There's a man 2,000 miles away. And not only doing it in America, but all over the world. Huh? This man ain't just no old American man. He ain't just covering America. The whole world is looking at this man. The whole world is looking at for this man for guidance. And everybody else is obeying but you. The man was sent to you, especially to you. And everybody else on and obey him, send him checks all across the water for $3 million. And you sitting right in the midst, one of your own kind, that was sent especially to you. You won't get a man a damn dime.
That's right, brother.
Talk about the man. You better leave this man alone. Because I tell you what, if you don't, Allah's going to deal with you. Just like if you do something and you're getting bad with your father, and he come home and take his belt off and whip you when he was a child, Allah's going to take his belt off. You don't want Allah to put his belt off. We wear a very big old belt. That's right. Do you understand? You don't want Allah to whip you. But I've seen some people that Allah has whipped. Yeah, man, I've seen them. Seen some folks that Allah has whipped. They crippled. They walking around shaking their head. They can't hold their hands straight. They all balled up in a knot. Me to smoke. I do not have a college education. I do not have a college degree. I have to talk the way Allah gives it to me. He said, so I asked Allah to give me an educated man, fancy talking man, huh? That could relate to these doctors, to these scientists, huh? To these doctors of divinity and all from the Columbia University. Okay. So give me a man. So I asked him to give me somebody like that. Because it hurts me when my people make mockery of me. It hurts me when my own people ridicule the way I talk. It hurts me when I love them so much that they would take my little words and tear them to shreds.
Come on, brother. Come on, you know how you do it. Come on.
So smart fellow. It hurts me when I try to bring my people the truth and they sit and make mockery at me. So I said, Allah, send me somebody. Send me an educated black man that can relate to these black folks with their high education, full of these white man's education. So a man came to me by the name of Malcolm Little, rapping hard in heaven. I thought Allah had sent him to me. But Allah said, no. I always send you an imposter first. Did you forget? I send you somebody to try you. Even the Methodists put on trial. So don't you worry about you going through a little trial. Your Methodist has been tried. The Lamb of God is tried. Every day of his life. White folks tried him. You tried him. Allah tried him. He said so. Malcolm Little came, talking loud, drawing the crowd. He can rap. He can relate to those educated folks. But Allah said, no, that's not the one. He's yet to come. This one is paving the way for that one to come behind him. He said, then you know what Malcolm did? After I took him off the street and gave him a upstanding position, made him well known, bought him a home in Long Island for he and his family, put the protection of Allah around him so that the mafia could not kill him because he was selling dope, you know. And when you broke away from the mafia, they off you, man. But Allah protected that brother. He said, then he turned his back on me. He said, then Allah sent me somebody, a fancy talking, educated man who could relate to my people. Says, and this is the one Allah says is the one that's going to do the job. Mr. Louis Farrakhan. That's the brother. That's the brother. Come on, give it to him. Give it to that brother. That's it. That's the one. You listen to this man. Because he comes directly from the Elijah Muhammad. You listen to this man.
And brothers and sisters, you know who are registered Muslims under this brother's leadership. You get behind this man. This man didn't walk up here and say, I'm going to take over. Muhammad said it. And Allah sent Muhammad. So when you see this man, Allah picked him. Told Muhammad, get him. Beautiful. This brother told me a story one time that touched me very deeply. The first time he heard the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teach. Some 15 years ago, over 15 years ago now, because it was a couple of years when he told me, about 17 years ago. So he heard about Elijah Muhammad. He was still singing calypso songs. So he went to hear the message speak at Rockland Palace or Manhattan Center, someplace here in New York, Chicago. And the message was on the rostrum speaking, and this brother was upstairs in the balcony. So he was leaning over the railing looking at this little man talk. And he was down there saying, and y'all know that I this and that. And he said, look at that old man, you, all this bad English down here. Got all these folks sitting up here. Thinking it, not saying it, thinking it. And the messenger looked up and said, well, brother, I don't have that refined education that you got. He said, don't listen to how I say it. You take my words and put it into that refined language that you know. Beautiful. Go ahead. And today, he has put the messenger's words in that refined language. He is the messenger's national representative. See, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had his eye on this man for a long time. So you respect this man. You help him with whatever he want to do. Because he's going to do right. He's going to do what Muhammad tells him to do. You get behind this brother.